Okay, so welcome to this tutorial video, and we're going to try to make this as brief as possible. You've got a link that's going to take you out to a place that you can install free software. It's called freeware. I'm going to let you look at the site here that we're sending you out to. Okay, and this will give you a step-by-step overview, but for the most of you, this is the download for MS Windows or a Macintosh, and that's going to be 99.9% of the people that have this course, and then a few of you may have Linux. I have a Mac, and so you just click on a link. It's going to redirect you to a site. We want you to know every step of the way what to expect. There's a little warning, 5 seconds, countdown, and then it will pop up the file that it's going to download. DMG is typical for a Macintosh, and probably in the Windows environment you would see exe, and you would click OK. I always save it. I don't open with anything. I just save it, and then I double click on that and let the installation just go through, and it's a pretty smooth installation. There will be a butterfly like this. I think that's both for Mac and Windows. When you mouse over it, it'll be FreeMind. I use this all the time, and that's why it's down in my my toolbar in the bottom of my Mac. So I'm going to cancel this out. We don't have to walk through that process. Most of you know how to actually download software. What we are going to do is click on FreeMind. I'm going to show you a finished or a work in progress. I shouldn't say it's finished because I'm always adding to it. And this was the outcome that I wanted to do, which is blog strategies for an integrated life and business. And then I brainstormed all of my websites and domains and accounts that I'd set up in social media. Now, let this not be overwhelming to you, because I'm assuming that most of you don't have the foggiest how to do this, and you're starting from ground zero. So we're just going to take this as beginning steps. And once you have your FreeMind downloaded, installed, what I do in the middle circle is that I actually define what my outcome is going to be. Now, the outcome that we're going to work on for a few minutes, I'm going to get you started on doing and give you an assignment to actually add to this, is build a powerful list. Now, you techies out there might say, well, it's more than a list, it's a database. You're absolutely right. If you use Aweber or TalkFusion, it becomes a database where you can call up that information. You can send out a mass mailing to the people that are on your list. Now, folks, if you have more than one name, email address in your list, you have a database. Okay, and that could be as simple as having it in a spreadsheet. Why we recommend in the introduction that you go out and get Aweber, and why you should go out and invest and get in TalkFusion for video mail, is because they automatically lend themselves to being able to create lead captures and gather lists very, very rapidly, and that's what we teach. Now, building a powerful list, I'm just assuming you don't have anything. So, you want to kind of start, you hit the tab button, and it'll grow this little mind map out, and I would say you'd start with, setting up a Facebook profile. Most of you probably have that, but if you don't, you need to look at it. And you also need to actually, along with that Facebook profile, you should be able to really build that out, because that's important. That's going to be the validator, and we're going to talk about that in our course. Okay, another thing you definitely will need is you'll need a blog or website. And so, and I have both, but you can start with a blog. And I'm going to put here Free Blog Factory, because right under this is going to be an instructional video on how you can go out and get your own free WordPress professionally designed blog and begin to add to it. And it's a lot easier than maintaining a website. Okay, so that's another step that you have to do. Okay, so you have a Facebook profile, you have a blog. If you're a professional and you're in the corporate business, you must have a LinkedIn account, and you need a LinkedIn profile. And this will be a lot less personal and a lot more about your business background, your job history, and so forth. If somebody asks me if, they'd like to get a little background on joint venturing with me, I'm going to send them out to my LinkedIn profile. Okay? And I would highly recommend that you would actually, get a Twitter account. And we'll have courses and resources that we'll send you out to for those as well. Now, why do I start with these basic things? Because I think these 4 basic components are very critical. Oh, by the way, you have to have YouTube. And we'll teach you strategies, even though you may not want to be in front of a camera. You can do YouTubes, and there's lots of powerful ways in this ebook to actually do that. We're going to teach you how to build some pretty powerful videos and graphics and all that in YouTube. So at the end of the day, guys, these are kind of your basic components and what you're going to work on. And every one of these is going to drive into making a powerful list. Okay? All these are going to grow strategies that we're going to be able to teach you and help you with. Okay? Now, what I want to say is off to the other side, I hit just tab again to the other side, is you've got to, make your decision on how you're going to, collect this database. And we've already told you in the beginning, you probably are going to need a Weber, and we highly recommend Talk Fusion. And we're going to have a lot of talks about this. It doesn't mean you can't use Constant Contact and some other stuff that's out there in the marketplace. We just recommend these because we've tested them, and these seem to be the ones that stand up against time, and they're powerful, and they're easy to use, and those kinds of things. So at the end of the day, you have to kind of talk about your methodology over here, and then over here is where you're going to go get the traffic and so forth, and you're going to figure out strategies on how to get Aweber and Talk Fusion, how to get these people that you connect with over into these. And I think you understand now the mind mapping, and you've got to actually, in your mind mapping, you've got a task to do, because you have to define what your business is. And that is absolutely critical. And I would highly recommend that you build a mind map just on this, defining what your business is. And go ahead and build that and brainstorm what it is. What's your unique selling proposition, your USP, that you're going to be able to begin to talk about on your profile and point people in your blog and build content, your LinkedIn profile, and how you're going to actually look for niche groups in Twitter, and then be able to drive some stuff with video. Now, all this is, you've got to lay it out. If you're in travel, if you're in health and nutrition, if you're a trainer, whatever it is, you've got to begin to, as you're building a powerful list, you got to look at the hows, the whats, and the wheres. And at the end of the day, when you do that, you're going to find that this exercise of mind mapping is going to absolutely make the difference in your business. Thanks.